If you can't get beyond your stresses, your problems, and your pain, you can't create a new future where those things don't exist. That's crucial, since the subconscious is where all your bad habits and behaviors that you want to change reside. If you want a new outcome, you will have to break the habit of being yourself and reinvent a new self. A memory without the emotional charge is called wisdom. Can you accept the notion that once you change your internal state, you don't need the external world to provide you with a reason to feel joy, gratitude, appreciation, or any other elevated emotion? We should never wait for science to give us permission to do the uncommon. If we do, then we are turning science into another religion. Warning: when feelings become the means of thinking, or if we cannot think greater than how we feel, we can never change. To change is to think greater than how we feel. To change is to act greater than the familiar feelings of the memorized self. To be empowered, to be free, to be unlimited, to be creative, to be genius, to be divine, that is who you are. Once you feel this way, memorize this feeling, remember this feeling. This is who you really are. And can you teach your body emotionally what it would feel like to believe in this way, to be empowered? To be moved by your own greatness, to be invincible. To have courage. To be in love with life. To feel unlimited. To live as if your prayers are already answered. Your thoughts and feelings come from your past memories. If you think and feel a certain way, you begin to create an attitude. An attitude is a cycle of short-term thoughts and feelings experienced over and over again. Attitudes are shortened states of being. If you string a series of attitudes together, you create a belief. Beliefs are more elongated states of being and tend to become subconscious. When you add beliefs together, you create a perception. Your perceptions have everything to do with the choices you make, the behaviors you exhibit, the relationships you chose, and the realities you create. Meditating is also a means for you to move beyond your analytical mind so that you can access your subconscious mind. I'm taking this time to create my day and I'm infecting the quantum field. Now if it is in fact the observers watching me the whole time that I'm doing this and there is a spiritual aspect to myself, then show me a sign today that you paid attention to any one of these things that I created, and bring them in a way that I won't expect, so I'm as surprised at my ability to be able to experience these things. And make it so that I have no doubt that it's come from you, and so I live my life, in a sense, all day long thinking about being a genius or thinking about being the glory and the power of God or thinking about being unconditional love. Your thoughts are incredibly powerful. Choose yours wisely. To be happy with yourself in the present moment while maintaining a dream of your future is a grand recipe for manifestation. When you feel so whole that you no longer care whether it will happen, that's when amazing things materialize before your eyes. I've learned that being whole is the perfect state of creation. I've seen this time and time again in witnessing true healings in people all over the world. They feel so complete that they no longer want, no longer feel lack, and no longer try to do it themselves. They let go, and to their amazement, something greater than they are responds, and they laugh at the simplicity of the process. Psychologists tell us that by the time we're in our mid-30s, our identity or personality will be completely formed. This means that for those of us over 35, we have memorized a select set of behaviors, attitudes, beliefs, emotional reactions, habits, skills, associative memories, conditioned responses, and perceptions that are now subconsciously programmed within us. Those programs are running us because the body has become the mind. This means that we will think the same thoughts, feel the same feelings, react in identical ways, behave in the same manner, believe the same dogmas, and perceive reality the same ways. About 95% of who we are by midlife one is a series of subconscious programs that have become automatic: driving a car, brushing our teeth, overeating when we're stressed, worrying about our future, judging our friends, complaining about our lives, blaming our parents, not believing in ourselves, and insisting on being chronically unhappy, just to name a few. So that it looks biologically like some future event has already happened. Because you can make thought more real than anything else, you can change who you are from brain cell to gene, given the right understanding. First, every day I would put all of my conscious attention on this intelligence within me and give it a plan, a template, a vision, with very specific orders. And then I would surrender my healing to this greater mind that has unlimited power, allowing it to do the healing for me. And second, I wouldn't let any thought slip by my awareness that I didn't want to experience. So if we want to change some aspect of our reality, we have to think, feel, and act in new ways. We have to be different in terms of our responses to experiences. We have to become someone else. We have to create a new state of mind. We need to observe a new outcome with that new mind. The point is, true happiness has nothing to do with pleasure, because the reliance on feeling good from such intensely stimulating things only moves us further from real joy. The only way we can change our lives is to change our energy, to change the electromagnetic field we are constantly broadcasting. In other words, to change our state of being, we have to change how we think and how we feel. Most change starts with the simple process of something outside of us altering something inside of us. If you begin the inward journey and start to change your inner world of thoughts and feelings, it should create an improved state of well-being. If you keep repeating the process in meditation, then in time, epigenetic changes should begin to alter your outer presentation, and you become your own placebo. Think of it this way: the input remains the same, so the output has to remain the same. How, then, can you ever create anything new? Conscious thoughts, repeated often enough, become unconscious thinking. To sum up the meditative process, you have to break the habit of being yourself and reinvent a new self. Lose your mind and create a new one. Prune synaptic connections and nurture new ones. Unmemorize past emotions and recondition the body to a new mind and emotions, and let go of the past and create a new future. Making genetic changes. We used to think that genes created disease and that we were at the mercy of our DNA. So if many people in someone's family died of heart disease, we assumed that their chances of also developing heart disease would be pretty high. But we now know through the science of epigenetics that it's not the gene that creates disease but the environment that programs our genes to create disease, and not just the external environment outside our body, cigarette smoke or pesticides. for example, but also the internal environment within our body, the environment outside our cells. What do I mean by the environment within our body? As I said previously, emotions are chemical feedback, the end products of experiences we have in our external environment. So as we react to a situation in our external environment that produces an emotion, the resulting internal chemistry can signal our genes to either turn on, up-regulating, or producing an increased expression of the gene, or to turn off, down-regulating, or producing a decreased expression of the gene. The gene itself doesn't physically change, the expression of the gene changes. And that expression is what matters most because that is what affects our health and our lives. When our behaviors match our intentions, when our actions are equal to our thoughts, when our minds and our bodies are working together, when our words and our deeds are aligned, there is an immense power behind any individual. The quantum field responds not to what we want, it responds to who we are being. By itself, conscious positive thinking cannot overcome subconscious negative feelings. When you chose to prove to yourself how powerful you really are, you have no idea who you will be helping in the future. We're addicted to our beliefs, we're addicted to the emotions of our past. We see our beliefs as truths, not ideas that we can change. If we have very strong beliefs about something, evidence to the contrary could be sitting right in front of us, but we may not see it because what we perceive is entirely different. We've in fact conditioned ourselves to believe all sorts of things that aren't necessarily true, and many of these things are having a negative impact on our health and happiness. Certain cultural beliefs. You will learn that the true purpose of meditation is to get beyond the analytical mind and enter into the subconscious mind so you can make real and permanent changes. If you get up from meditation as the same person who sat down, nothing has happened to you on any level. When you meditate and connect to something greater, you can create and then memorize such coherence between your thoughts and feelings that nothing in your outer reality, no thing, no person, no condition at any place or time, could move you from that level of energy. Now you are mastering your environment, your body, and time. The latest research supports the notion that we have a natural ability to change the brain and body by thought alone. Which quote did you like the most? Like, comment, share, subscribe.